My dear brothers and sisters, today we are here praying. It's very hot day. Whole this month, around a month, this heat wave, this extreme hot weather we are complaining about. What is this weather? Temperature ups and down, or too cold, too hot, all this happening in the summer and winter. All these are about Islam has everything to guide us, to say us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala advised us and His Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam for everything happen. When things are happening, everything is normal, we don't appreciate Allah, His favor, His mercy, the bounties of Him we enjoy. But when anything become abnormal, we start complaining. But all this to show us the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who controls the weather? It is Allah. Who created the sun and the moon and the universe? Everything is created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As He said, indeed, your Lord is Allah, who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days and then established Himself above the throne. He covers the night with the day, changing it rapidly. And He created the sun, the moon, and the stars, subjected all of them by His command. Unquestionably, His is the creation and command. Blessed is Allah, Lord of the worlds. So we come back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in hard time. Anything abnormal, anything of this kind of happen, there is some duty of us towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also in hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that scorching heat is a part of the blast of hellfire. So when the heat is intense, delay the dhuhr prayer until it gets cooler. The hadith is saying that this heat of the summer is a part of the blast of the hellfire. And that more explained in the following hadith. The hellfire complained to its Lord and said, my Lord, part of me has eaten another part. So He allowed it. He allowed the hellfire to have the two breaths in every year. A breath in winter and a breath in summer. So that's why when we see this hot, extreme hot weather, this is from there, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving us a test. How could be the hellfire in Jahannam is difficult for us to bear. He also warned us in the hadith, in the Quranic verse of Surah Tawbah, ayah number 81, قُلْ نَارُ جَهَنَّمَ أَشَدُّ حَرًّا لَوْ كَانُوا يَفْقَهُونَ. Say, the fire of hell is more intense in heat if they would but understand. In the hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that your fire of this world is one portion of the 100 portions. Allah given one portion to this world for all the fire we use and utilize. And the 99% left with Allah, and that is the fire of Jahannam. So if today's this extreme hot weather, it gets more intense, 5 times more, 10 times more, how many people you think will be dying? But if it is 100 times more, this is the hellfire of Jahannam. May Allah save us. Allahumma ajirna minan nar. Even in the dunya, when it continues, there is no rainfall, drought continues for a long time, what happens? Some part of the Africa, you hear every time, now and then, that there is no water, no food, nothing is growing there. People are dying, cattle are dying, hundreds and thousands. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-Mulk, قُلْ أَرَأَيْتُمْ إِنْ أَصْبَحَ مَاؤُكُمْ غَوْرًا فَمَنْ يَأْتِيكُمْ بِمَاءٍ مَعِينٍ. Say, have you considered, if your water was to become sunken into the earth, then who could bring you flowing water? We'll be dying without water. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so merciful. He just show us some kind of His power and ability and signs that we come back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We do sincere tawbah. We don't commit the sin. We come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the problem is, summer brings more disobedience to Allah. Summer brings, the more hot is the weather, more munkar, more disobedience of Allah takes place, more nudity comes, more immorality could spread. It is totally other way. That people are not using the dress to cover themselves enough. So lowering the gaze is not so easy. Lowering the gaze is not so easy. We need to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us, to have the Ghaddul Basar, and to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the fire of hellfire, that we are controlling ourselves, lowering our gaze, away from all this kind of munkar. We need to teach our children, our sisters, our daughters, importance of hijab and the modest dress. They cannot compromise, because we need to save ourselves from the hellfire. And it also brings us the issue of the summer holiday. Summer holiday started already. Our children are free now. What is our plan for them? If you don't have a plan, if you did not plan anything, then you have planned to fail. Their time will be wasted. It's not only wasted, it will be utilized by shaitan to do something wrong by them. In hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ni'matani maghbunun fihima kathirun minan nas." Two of the bounties many people are deceived by: as-sihhatu wal-faragh, good health and the spare time. Young people are mostly, generally healthy, mashallah, good health, and they have a spare time. These two tools. They cannot just remain sitting like that. So we need to have a good plan for them. If we leave them, they'll be hanging around in the street. There are many wrong people, wrong hands, wrong groups, wrong gangs. In the Shadowell area, there's a big fighting. The gangs, those young people, those are not studying, there is no seriousness in their life, and they are just hanging around in gangs, and they fight. All these is a phenomenon we are suffering. If you leave your children hang around the street and they're falling in the hand of those wrong gangs, what will happen to them? From there, gang fighting, drug, anything they could be destroying them. So we should have a nice plan how we utilize our children's time. We need to take time off to give time to the family, to the children. We need to make their time a good routine, that they need to memorize many surahs in this spare time. All that year they're busy with their exam, their homework, their school and college, university. This is a good time. Young people, any one of you, how many surahs you memorized? You have a good plan to memorize 5 surahs, 10 surahs in this summer holiday. There are many summer Sharia courses, Islamic courses, and summer camps, Islamic camps taking place. Could you find out where your children can go? In Islam Masjid, there will be some activities for the young boys and young girls. Please try to contact and get some of the classes that they are joining. And we also need to give time to them, eating together, staying together. A little bit of time for our family, for our children is very important. That they are not in wrong hand. They're staying with us most of the times. And also, you may take time out with them somewhere to go spend some time. I know you may be going to the sea beach and other places, but again, there is more fitna could be in some places. You have to choose the safe one, the clean one, less fitna, less nudity. So all these should have a good plan for ourselves, for our family, for our children, young people, younger generation. You need to have your own plan as well to utilize your best time Allah given to you this opportunity in this holiday. And the final point I would like to draw your attention, tonight, this evening, lunar eclipse is going to take place. Lunar eclipse. Islam didn't leave anything without guiding us. And there is some kind of duty. In hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna ash-shamsa wal qamara la yankasifani li mawti ahad min an-nas, walakinnahuma ayatan min ayati Allah, fa idha ra'aytumuha faqumu fasallu." When there was sun eclipse, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam prayed in jama'ah with the Sahaba. After that, he has given a short nasiha. Some of the imam consider it is a khutbah, proper khutbah. Others consider no, it is not a khutbah. Rather, it is some kind of nasiha, advice. He was telling in this advice, a hadith, the sun and the moon do not eclipse because of the death of someone from the people, but they are two signs amongst the signs of Allah. When you see them, stand up and pray. So it is very recommended, very strong sunnah to pray Salatul Kusuf, Salatul Khusuf, as a lunar eclipse salah. Although Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he only did salah of the sun eclipse, he did not have the opportunity of praying lunar eclipse. But the ulama said, since he did the sun eclipse, and he said in this hadith generally about both, so lunar eclipse salah could be also prayed. How to pray? Is the ordinary 2 rakah prayer, or a special prayer of in each rakah 2 ruku and the 2 sujood each rakah, or 1 ruku 2 sujood? There is huge discussion among the ulama. There is 2 opinions about this. However, it is praying in jama'ah is allowed. Also praying in individual level personally is also allowed. So today, main time is coming from Maghrib to Isha. We hope to pray, inshallah, here between this Maghrib and Isha, inshallah. But if you'd like to pray at home, alhamdulillah, and before, after, look at the time when it is starting, and look at the time when it is finishing. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, continue in your salah until it is over, from the beginning to the end. If you don't pray whole time, if the salah is too long, pray salah, but spend time before, after salah of doing zikr, dua, istighfar, especially asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgiveness. So until it is over, that is a recommendation in the hadith. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq.